When did you realize your drill instructor's random room inspections weren't random at all? Week 6 of basic training at Fort Benning when I finally connected the dots that changed everything. Drill Sergeant Kelly was notorious for his surprise inspections. Guy would storm through the barracks at weird hours, tearing apart lockers, checking under beds, making recruits do push-ups for microscopic dust particles. But I started noticing a pattern. The inspections weren't actually random. He always hit the same guys. Me, Danny from Ohio, Marcus from Detroit, and this quiet kid Tyler from some small town in Nebraska. Meanwhile, the perfect recruits like Brad and Kyle never got touched. Their areas could be complete disasters and somehow Kelly would walk right past them. Made no sense. At first I thought we were being targeted for punishment. Maybe we'd screwed up somehow and this was his way of making our lives miserable. The four of us started calling ourselves the Unlucky Squad. But then I noticed something weird during one of Kelly's 2 a.m. inspections. He pulled me aside after trashing my locker for the 3rd time that week. His voice was different, quieter. "Williams, you missed a spot shining your boots. Here, let me show you the right technique." He spent 10 minutes teaching me proper boot care. Not yelling, just explaining. Then he moved on to Danny's bunk. Same thing happened. Danny's rifle wasn't clean enough, so Kelly showed him the correct way to field strip and reassemble it. Took his time, made sure Danny understood every step. That's when it clicked. These weren't punishment inspections. They were private tutoring sessions disguised as military discipline. Kelly was helping us catch up without embarrassing us in front of the other recruits. See, Danny had never held a weapon before enlisting. City kid who'd never been camping or done anything outdoors. Marcus grew up in foster care and had no one to teach him basic life skills like ironing or organizing. Tyler was homeschooled by religious parents who never let him out of the house. Kid had never made his own bed or done laundry. And me? I was just a mess in general, barely graduated high school. Meanwhile, Brad and Kyle came from military families. They already knew everything before arriving. Perfect uniforms, perfect knowledge, perfect execution. They didn't need help. Kelly was using these fake inspections to give us one-on-one instruction without making it obvious. He'd yell and act angry for show, but then quietly teach us what we needed to know. Week 8, I decided to test my theory. Left my area deliberately sloppy during an inspection I knew was coming. Sure enough, Kelly showed up at 1 a.m., went straight to my locker. But this time, instead of freaking out, I watched his face. There was no real anger there, just determination. He spent 20 minutes showing me proper military organization techniques. "This is how you fold t-shirts so they pass inspection every time," he explained. "This is how you arrange your gear so everything has a place." His teaching was better than any classroom instruction we'd received. After graduation, the four of us were among the top performers in our advanced training schools. Danny became an expert marksman. Marcus got selected for leadership training. Tyler ended up in military intelligence. I found out later that Kelly had reviewed all our background files before we arrived. He knew exactly who would struggle and who would excel. The random inspections were his way of evening the playing field. Last month, I ran into Kelly at a reunion event. He's retired now, works as a civilian instructor. I thanked him for those extra lessons disguised as punishments. He just smiled and said something that explained everything. My job wasn't to break anyone down. It was to build everyone up to the same standard, whatever that took. Turns out the best drill instructors don't create fear. They create opportunities. And sometimes the most effective teaching happens when students don't even realize they're being taught. Danny still sends Kelly Christmas cards every year. The envelope is always addressed to random inspection guy with a smiley face drawn next to it.